What is going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for another story time, and it's coming off of the heels of this new episode of the Scene ATL. Okay, the Scene ATL just dropped at 8 p.m. So that was like a little over an hour ago. So if you have not tuned in to the Scene ATL, I promise you, you need to. It was a very powerful, emotional episode. And I just want to come on here for a little while and just talk about it a little bit. Maybe play a clip from the scene, from that particular scene or whatever. Hey, Andario. Play a clip from the show where y'all could see it if y'all have not watched the entire episode yet. But yes, on tonight's episode of the Scene ATL, I revealed that I was sexually assaulted in September of 2022. No, September 2020. I'm sorry, September 2020. Um, I recently discussed this on my platform not too long ago. Um, I don't even know if y'all remember it or not, but I did do a story time on this particular topic in 2024, like a little over a year ago. It was a story time, and the name of it was called It's Time I Admit It. And during that time, I was kind of like I didn't really talk about it in depth, really. But what I did do was like I admitted to it. I admitted that I was violated, and I was really like dancing around the subject, like I really wasn't um ready to really talk about it, and I had not talked to my mother about the situation at all at that time. Like I had barely told Jamara at that time, so I was not ready to speak about it, but it had been killing me on the inside. It had been bothering me on the inside. And literally the day before I moved here, I saw that person. And even when I went home for homecoming later on, I saw that person again. So it was two moments where I was triggered by this person. So it prompted me to discuss this on my live. But when we did the scene during that time, I was really, really going through it at that time, like mentally, because I was waking up in the middle of the night. Hold on, y'all. So my friend's trying to call me. Hold on, y'all. But what was I saying? Because my friend kind of threw me off. Oh, okay. So I really wasn't ready to talk about it during that moment. But when I did that scene, because we filmed that scene in August. And I know we got on coats and shit, but I don't know what had happened during that time, but it was cold as shit that day. For whatever reason, it was feeling like October and August that day. And we filmed that scene in August. And during that time, mentally, I was being tormented with this. Like I wake up in the middle of the night, I randomly have like visions of this shit happening to me. Um I would randomly, it'll just randomly come up out of me. Randomly, I randomly think about it. I could see the incident in my head. It was so much going on with that. So I was talking to JT because she is a producer on the show. And I was basically saying that I really want to get this off of me, but I don't know how because I have not spoken to my mom nor my dad about it. The only people in my family at that time that knew was my youngest brother, four of my cousins, and Tremel, Nikki, Carl. Tramel, Jamar, um, Bando, because me and Bando, I shared that with Bando when we first started dating. So those were the people that really knew. So I didn't know how I wanted to discuss it. And I don't know if you can tell, but in that scene, I was still kind of trying to talk around it. But in my confessionals, I was more open in my confessionals. Because of course, we did that scene in August, but I shot my confessional for that in November. So I had some time before I was able to really get into it like that. So what I want to say is I've been carrying this for a long time. I've been carrying this since September of 2020. And sometimes I still feel like this is all my fault. And sometimes I still feel like I didn't make the right decision. And if I would have made the right decision, then that never would have happened to me. Or sometimes I still feel like if I would have followed my first mind and not go there, knowing that I was uncomfortable, but allowing my curiosity to see what this person wanted from me or with me at that time to kill me the way that it did. I wanted to know. And I'm not thinking that was going to happen. I'm not thinking that I was in danger. I'm not thinking anything, but it's somewhere in the back of my mind. I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. Or in the back of my mind, I felt like he was a creep because I always thought he was a creep. Let's be clear here. This person has been around me in passing since I was a teenager. And even then, I used to feel like he was weird. You know, like I would see him around. He'll always be like eyeballing me, staring me down. And it'd just be weird. And I was nothing but 16, 17 years old during that time. And I would feel like he's just a weirdo. You know, you never really think of stuff like that. And I always thought he was kind of odd. Like I always felt like he was odd. I never felt like he was right in the mind. I've always felt like he just would. I said, it's just something about him. I just don't know what it is. But me being naive, I still have this tinge of being as strong-willed as I am. I can be a little bit naive. Like I can let my guards down with the wrong people and get reassurance from people and find myself in this space where I'm being what am I looking for? I'm being compromised. I did not know that on that day that was going to happen to me. I just thought I was going to get up that day, go to the dentist, you know, continue my dental work, get me some food and go home on my off day. But that didn't happen. I made a pit stop because this person DM'd me asking me what I was doing. They had already DM'd me earlier. And see, here's the thing about it. This person would DM me from time to time. Although I thought they were weird, they would just DM me from time to time and try to ask me to hook them up with my sister. Hook me up with your sister. Hook me up with your homegirl. It was always, I just thought maybe he's just a weirdo, but maybe he just one of them niggas that just, you know, one of those straight guys that just want me to hook them up with women that I know, because I am the plug for a lot of these straight guys that I'm cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like I hang around a lot of beautiful women, and sometimes they do come to me as the plug to hook them up. That's what they do. And I was thinking that that's what that was, but in the back of my mind, I just felt like that wasn't what that was. It was just weird, and it was just I just don't know how to put it. It was just weird to me. Like I just couldn't put my finger on it. But I'm just like, this man weird. But okay. And so, and on top of that, we're connected to the same people. So it's some of the same people. So it's kind of like, okay. And so of course, in the back of my mind, I didn't think that they would do something like that. And when they asked me to come over, they didn't ask me to like come over. They asked me to stop by for a second. Like basically, because I was on my way home and my dentist was not far from where they lived. So I'm like, okay, ain't nothing wrong with me just shooting on by for a second. You know, I just thought that it was just gonna be me sitting in my car talking to them through the window, and I was just gonna take my ass home. But we were just talking, and then it started raining, and that's the only reason why he asked me to come inside with him, because it was raining. Because I ain't want him to sit in my car, so he was like, "Just come in for a minute." Why did I do that? Because I felt uncomfortable the moment he asked me to do that. From the moment he asked me to do that, I felt uncomfortable. And of course, the rest is history. For a long time, I did not trust men. For a long time, my attitude will go through moments. I'll be mad and don't nobody know why. Um, just like days on that panel, there'll be days where I'm not as nice as I normally am because I'm battling with this thing inside of me that I'm not talking about. And I'm taking my emotional issues out on people that I love and people who have no clue as to what's going on with me. And I'm not saying anything about it because I don't want anybody to be unbelieving. Like I don't want nobody to say I'm lying, or I don't want nobody to look at me funny, or I don't want to lose certain relationships. And I feel like if I say something, certain relationships would definitely be several because of that. And how do I tell my mama? My mother went through this. How do I tell her? She went through this already. People didn't believe her. This is a pain that she carries now. And I'm trying to protect my mom at the same time because I can only I can't even begin to think that you already this happened to you and that happened to your son. And I was ashamed and um because while I'm gay, I'm still a man. And it's not easy to discuss another man taking something from you. that you didn't want to give to them. And I don't know if that was gunshots or not, but that's what it sounded like. Um, I remember when I first told my youngest brother, right? I told my youngest brother in 2023, I think. It was a day that Jamar and I was doing an interview. Um, I I had been I was crying and my brother wanted to know what was wrong with me, and I told him, and he was like my rock. And it was just like I felt a sense of freedom when I told my brother that happened to me. And when it came down to the show, I said, I meant what I said when I said that I want this to be real. I'm going to talk about what's really happening to me. And that particular week, it was happening to me. Um I was literally dealing with that right then. Like I was literally being haunted with it and not knowing how to face it. And I didn't know who. I felt like Bando and DJ were the right people to have this discussion with. Um Bando had been molested before as a foster kid. He said this before publicly. He told me this. Um it happened to DJ, and it felt good to have people there that actually understood where I was coming from with this whole thing. They understood everything that I was saying. And I felt a sense of emotion when I was talking to them about it. And I was trying my best not to cry on camera. I just didn't want to cry on camera. And they was like literally like there for me. Like they had my back and they was really holding me down at that moment. And Bando's whole thing was you need to talk to your mom. 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 I wasn't ready, but I knew that this show was coming out. So I was like, what am I going to do? This show is coming out. I talked about this on the show. I don't want my mama to find out that way. So it was maybe a week before the scene ATL began to air where I called my mom to have this conversation with her. Because I had every intention on telling her to her face. I was supposed to go back home for homecoming, and I planned to have this conversation face to face with her. And it didn't happen because I wound up not going home. Then I said, this show finna come out. I don't want my mama to watch this and find out like that. So I wound up talking to my mama, and her biggest thing was she wanted to know who did it. She asked me, did she know the person? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. She asked me who it was. And when I told her, she was cool as a cucumber on the phone, at least to me. But I later found out that she went ballistic and on that person. So she did exactly what I did not want her to do. She basically let loose, let have on this situation. And I knew that she would believe me. I knew that she would. Like I knew that there was never going to be a moment in time where she wasn't going to believe me. Um she believed me, and that's all that I needed. Um she definitely approached this person. She definitely did. And she definitely said what she needed to say. And yeah, that's what happened. She told my dad. I didn't tell him. She told my dad. Um, he was not happy about it at all. And that's pretty much the gist of that. So now my mother knows. My mother knew before the show aired. So that's great that she already knows. Um, my dad knows. He just ain't said nothing to me about it, but I know that him and my mother had that conversation. And one of my mother's first cousins, no. So imagine walking around carrying this for 5 years alone. And I can be honest with you and say that I'm not completely healed from this situation. I'm trying to heal. That's one of the reasons why therapy is on my list to do this year. Um, because of that. I will be honest with you and say that I don't trust men that quickly. I know that when Bando and I first started dating, um I wasn't alone with him a lot. Like I think me and Bando probably hung out publicly all the time, or we were hanging around our friends. I didn't get spend time alone with Bando until maybe 3 months after we started dating. Because I think me and Bando started talking October of 2023, and we started like dating in November 2023. And I don't think I was alone with him at his home until March of 2024. So it had been months before I was even alone with him. You know what I mean? I didn't think that Bando would do anything to me that I didn't want him to do, but I remember I remember it was this guy. This was like maybe 2 years before I met Bando. It was this guy that really, really liked me. He came to visit me, and we were getting intimate, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. Um, he felt like I rejected him. He was upset. And it wasn't that I was rejecting him. That was my first time being by myself with him. So I wasn't really comfortable having sex with him. So he didn't understand that. But at the time, he didn't know what had happened to me already. So it was just like, of course he didn't understand. So I had already had a man try to assault me 6 years earlier, which is another story time that I did. When I worked at Dollar General, this man attempted to sexually assault me in the bathroom, and I kind of was able to get away from that. But this time, someone actually succeeded in forcing me to do stuff that I didn't even want to do, and he put fear in me and wouldn't let me go home unless I did what he asked me to do. And it just disgusts me how um how that happened and why that happened and the way it happened. And that's why a lot of times when it comes down to assault cases and dealing with women and sex crimes, I'm always on their side. And then when you think about it, I told that story about the guy that tried to sexually assault me at work. And I told my coworkers that he tried to do it, and they laughed. They thought it was funny. So why would I be so willing to tell somebody that I was assaulted? So they can laugh at me, make fun of me, call me a weak ass nigga, all this other shit. What do you expect? What do I expect? Do I really expect to get support? Was I expecting it? Not really. But I was very surprised at all the support that I did get. So to me, it's kind of like this. I was very surprised by the support that I did get by the people that I told. I was very surprised by the support that I got tonight watching the episode. And my life has been something. Like, I've had my good moments, I had my bad, but that was probably one of the worst moments ever. And it's a memory that I have to continuously deal with and see and hear and all of that other stuff. It's something that I have to constantly see. But whenever I see that person, I instantly get fearful. Even in public, it's because he walk up to me like he didn't do nothing. And after he did what he did, he got married days later. Like, that's the thing that really kills me. Like, you got married to some woman right after you did that to me. Crazy. Just living your life and like you ain't did nothing to nobody. But I will say that I kind of feel lighter talking about it like this and just being honest about it and just putting it on blast. I guess it makes me feel a little bit better or accomplished or whatever, if you ask me. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all. If you haven't watched the episode, I prefer y'all go watch it. It's out now. If you want me to, I will leave the link because I gotta call my friend back because he called me and I know he just watched the damn episode. So I gotta call him back. But what I would do, excuse me, what I would do is I'm going to, although it is on my community wall already, but what I'm gonna do is put this link in the chat right now so you guys can go and watch it, support the show, and or whatever. Feel what I'm saying? But y'all, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. And be sure to go watch the scene ATL. Talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all.
Get that 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catching face shots, fire catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact the bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
Bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my sucker hole. Don't ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit.
Talking out they neck.
Bitch, we bring the heat.
Every time we step.
You fucking with a beast.
Fucking with the best.
Get money on the east.
Plug on the west.
Bitch, I'm from the north.
But we run this out.
Bitch, we outside.
Fuck you talking about?
Who the fuck is me?
Know who the fuck is you?
Get these niggas.